Good afternoon, YouTube. So I came up Montebello Road and I'm gonna go down the Waterwheel Creek Trail. So yeah, here's the parking area. This is permit only, so if you want to drive a car up here, you've got to apply for a permit online. I don't think it costs anything, but you have to have a permit. I think you get the gate code and then you can come in here and park. And I just went down that little side road there, Fire Road, and found a geocache. I came up here last weekend, but I haven't done the Waterwheel Creek Trail here in a few years, and there's a bunch of new geocaches. See if I can find one or two of them down here. And then I also want to take a look down the hill and see if I can see where I was back in June when I hiked up Waterwheel Creek. I'll fire up the camera when we get down here a ways and either stop at a geocache or I'll stop at the overlook where I think I can see down to where I was in June. Okay, YouTube, you can see I'm right on the edge of my hillshade map there in the upper right corner. And I'm on the Waterwheel Creek Trail, that's the green line. And down by the slider there, that's that pond dam I was at in June. Right down from where I am, it's probably hard to see, but there's a faint road that runs like straight down the edge of the hillshade map there. It's kind of half on the map, half off. And then it curves down. There's a kind of a loop there right above the slider. It sort of hooks down around to the southwest and then swings back. And then there's a road that runs down that gully that kind of goes to the southwest. And then it goes down the gully and comes right out to where I was back in June. So we're only about 200 vertical feet higher than that pond dam, which was about 2,200 feet. Okay, this is coming down Waterwheel Creek Trail. Actually, I think the main headwater canyon is over there. This is like one of the tributaries. The road goes down here, but you can see right down here there's an old road that breaks off. And it goes down here and then swings around this hilltop or ridge top here. Almost makes a 180-degree turn, comes back up in there, and then runs down that way. And I think the trees you can see right on the edge there, right down in there, that's the grove of trees that I was in June. So I think there's a road that just comes right up here and then it swings around and comes out right here. So at least right here it looks pretty passable. It looks like there's a footpath down there. Don't maintain these roads anymore, but you can see up here this was all vineyard. Here, all of this, you can see all the terracing. So this was an old vineyard that the Open Space District acquired. So you can see all of these steps on the hillshade map. And there are roads just all over this place. Every level there's roads. I guess it was all to get to the various levels of the vineyard. I think this road was kind of on the bottom of all the other roads. And then there seems to be some roads on the other side over there that come up. That's the road I came up from that pond dam. They don't seem to connect to these roads. They seem to be older. I imagine that pond dam down there was probably for cattle ranching, like before this was vineyard. I think that was the history up here. I think they came through, did some logging in the like mid 1800s, and then they did cattle ranching up along the ridge top and down as far as they could get. And then after the cattle ranching, they started converting it into vineyards like in around 1900. So I think this pond down here and the roads associated with it were probably for the cattle ranch. And then there were the vineyard roads, but the vineyard roads didn't connect to the cattle ranch roads. So yeah, it's kind of interesting trying to figure these all out. But yeah, right down there, that's the pullout. So I'm not going to go down there now. There's just too much grass. This would probably be a good trip like in, maybe April or May, before the grass starts growing up a lot. Over the winter, the grass is going to get beaten down, and then new grass will start growing, but you have to get that gap between when the old grass is knocked down and before the new grass gets too high. Because yeah, following some of these trails through that really tall grass, you just get your legs covered with stickers. Unfortunately, the geocaching app is acting up today. I can't get it to load the offline list. So I was going to do another geocache. There was one behind me, and I think there's another couple in front of me. It keeps trying to load the list and it never finishes loading, and if you don't have the offline list, you can't see the caches because there's no cell service up here. Found one geocache, and I found my exit point for the hike up here. Maybe this coming spring, like April or May, I might hike up out of the canyon, come up to that ridge, follow this road all the way up to here. I figure I'll just tag this point here and then I'll go back down. Yeah, it'll probably be about maybe 2 mile round trip. So the other option I would have is to go up to the Montebello parking lot up at the upper end and then hike down Montebello Road, come down Waterwheel Creek Trail, come down to here, hike down into the canyon, and then take the canyon trail back up to the Montebello parking lot. That would be probably an 8-mile loop, but you'd only have to go down this. You wouldn't have to come up. But anyway, yeah, I thought I'd show you that. So I've got this point. I'll get a picture here. That way I'll have a picture and I'll have the GPS coordinates and I'll have the elevation and the whole 9 yards. This is the Waterwheel Creek Trail, and if you go down there, you go down to where Waterwheel Creek hits the canyon trail. So I don't know what you call this thing. I call it the Waterwheel Creek Trail. That's the top of it right there. And it looks like a trail right there. I imagine people use this. I can't be the only one that comes up here, because that looks like it's been well used. There's foot traffic going down there. Probably a lot of deer, but I imagine people go down there too. So yeah, I just thought I'd show you that. I don't think I'll do any more geocaching today, but at least I got this. That was the main thing I wanted to do today. Yeah, so stay tuned. Probably be a trip sometime next spring, and we'll see if we can get up here from down there or go from here over and down the bottom of the canyon. So that's about 1,000 feet vertical, because you're 2,400 here. Where you hit the canyon trail is about 1,400. So yeah, you've got 1,000 feet of just straight down. Yeah, so anyway, stay tuned for that. Hopefully we'll be able to make that sometime next spring. And as always, thanks for watching.